How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and over here we talk stocks and we focus on one thing. Always protect your profits. And I want to let you guys know the private group is here. Whether you're an investor or you're a trader and you're looking to make money in the stock market, then this group is for you. If you're interested, you can find the link down below inside the description. We'll be happy to have you a part of the family. So today, this was requested from one of the subscribers saying, when are you going to be covering Marin software? Well, guess what? The video is here. Before I get started, of course, I gotta go over the agenda. If you're new to this channel, just want to let you know we have timestamps down below inside the description. So if you are a shareholder or you're thinking about taking a position, I highly suggest you watch this full entire video. So the first thing we're gonna be going over, why is Marin software going through the roof? Why is it having the run up that it's having? Many of you are trading inside of this play not knowing why it's moving. You just know, hey, it has a ton of short squeeze potential, so hey, we're going to be covering that. And then secondly, we're going to be doing a technical analysis, taking a look at the overall price action. I'm getting those questions. You know, many people are starting to FOMO. Dre, if you're going to be getting into this play right now, what would be your strategy? What would be your setup? Well, I'm going to be sharing it in the video. And then we're going to be taking a look at the short interest information. What I came across was crazy, and I'm excited to actually share it with you guys. Then we're going to be taking a look at the order flow distribution. We want to see, are institutions getting involved in this short squeeze? Well, you know what? We're going to find out. And then when all of that is done, then I'll give you guys my final thoughts. So let's jump into it. So now let's go over why Marin software, ticker symbol MRIN, has been taking off as of late. Shares of digital marketing specialist Marin software are skyrocketing in Thursday morning's pre-market activity after announcing a new integration with Instacart. The company said its ad management platform now lets users manage Instacart ads, something that allows brands to connect with customers more directly at the point of sale. Privately held Instacart is an online grocery platform that delivers groceries and other goods from more than 55,000 stores located in the US and Canada. The upshot of the integration is that advertisers will be able to better optimize the $40 billion plus that they spend in digital advertising that targets shoppers by offering goods and services that complement what they are already looking to purchase. Instacart offers self-service and managed ad services for more than 2,500 CPG brands, including 100% of the top 25 CPG companies, Marin said. So that gives you the update as far as what is going on. So if we combine this along with the short squeeze that's been going down with this stock, and you guys already know as far as the conditions we have inside the market, once it gets that meme attention, then you know many stocks will go to the moon, and Marin is definitely one of them. So now let's jump into the next segment of the video, which will be the technical analysis. So we're going to be doing a technical analysis on Marin software. Let's see how it performed on Friday. So it ended up closing at $20.29, being up 34.55% on the day. On the low, it tested $18.88, and as far as on the high, testing $25.60. So this was requested from one of the subscribers on the channel asking, Dre, how would you play this going into next week? So as far as how I'd want to get set up, I'd want to get my position started off in the $19 area. If it does go to 1888, even great, but at the same time, I wouldn't mind getting it started out at 19. One thing we could see for sure, we do have an area of support right around this $19.18 area, and it's part of the reasons why this is an area where you know what? I wouldn't mind going in with a position. Do keep in mind we do have a significant gap here, and we know gaps are meant to be filled. So I wouldn't be thinking about this as far as downward risk, but I would be making sure to keep my stop loss here right around $16. I know what you're saying, why have such a huge gap? Because this stock carries a lot of momentum in it. And that's part of the reasons why I would set myself up as far as how my risk would be. Now, taking into consideration, this ended up making a pop earlier in the morning, going all the way to like $25.60, right? Was it $25.60? So taking this into consideration here, we got to know, is there a trend that's going on? So when we look back here, this is back on July the 2nd, right? And now if we take a look over here on July the 1st, we had a very similar morning pop. So we've had two morning pops so far. So I'd be very interested to to see if we end up getting another morning pop going in on Tuesday, and as far as how the rest of this week actually goes. When we see the prior pop, we had a pop over here that was literally towards the end of the day. As you can see here, this was around 3:40. And when we take a look at this pop right here, again, this was around 11 o'clock, right? It's around 11 a.m. So taking this into consideration, we had a pop here at 11 a.m., we had a pop here at 3, and then we've had 2 consistent pops going on inside the morning. So I'm going to be looking forward to seeing if we're going to end up having another pop going in on Tuesday morning or on the Wednesday. Again, trends in history do tend to repeat itself. But what am I looking for? If I'm going in at 19 and ends up making a strong pop to 25, you already know I am taking profits. Would I be looking to get back in? Of course, because it's very, very jumpy. So then I would go back in when it pulls back, repeat, rinse, and do the same thing. So we're on FinTel. We're going to take a look at the short interest information from Marin software. You can see the short volume ratio is at 92%. That is crazy. That's probably one of the highest short volumes we've seen on any stock since we covered on this channel. But let's get into it. So what does this look like? So out of 35.5 million shares that were traded on Friday, 32.7 million of these shares were actually sold short. I have to say it again. Wow. So as we scroll down on the page, short shares availability is at 15,000, updated 19 minutes ago. And the short borrow free rate is at 220.94%. That is out of this world. Now, if we take a look at the history of the short volume ratio, wow. So we can go back as far as June 21st. It was at 38.06. Even saw it here on the 23rd being as low as 0.59. And here we are on July the 2nd at 92.97. So does this play have short squeeze potential? What do you think? Most definitely. And this is part of the reasons why it's getting a lot of attention and it's had the run up that it has. So what are one of the things you want to look out for? If you're going to be playing this going into next week, I would make sure you have your stop loss in place and you have a strategy. When you guys already know what my strategy is because I covered that in the technical analysis. But for the most part, this is definitely looking really good. But just make sure that as far as what your targets are in regards to profit, you are protecting it. I want to make sure I'm being very key here because at the end of the day, this type of price action is not sustainable for the long term. So now let's take a look at the order flow distribution for Marin software. So we see on the inflow, we have 606, and on the outflow, we have 595. So inflows winning out. So we have 192 on the large side, 414 on the medium, and then we have 1 on the small. As far as for the outflow, we had 187 on the large, and on the medium, we had 407. And in small, we also had 1. When we take a look at the large scale orders in the last 5 days, all I gotta say is, wow, look at all of those green candles. Inflows every single day for the past 5 days. So what does this mean? So when we take a look at this, yes, institutions are getting involved in this short squeeze. I know you're trying to say, well, we're trying to force those hedges out, kill those short sellers. Perfectly understand that, but just know big money is in there with you. So what does this mean going into next week? More bullish behavior. What more can I really tell you? So I see right now it's currently trading at around the $20 range. So I would not be shocked to see it make that move again going in on Tuesday, going into the $25 range again. But do keep in mind, like I was talking about in the technical analysis, you have some risk management in place. Because of course, as far as this run up is concerned and taking a look at the overall stock, this is not warranted. It needs to cool off. There's no reason why this stock should be trading at the price of where it's at right now. So a pullback will be inevitable. I just want to make sure that you have your right risk management in place to protect yourself. So now let's get into the final thoughts. So for my final thoughts for MRIN Marin software, this is definitely a risky play, but it's looking really good. We've seen its run up quite a bit already, but there's still more room for upside. We see institutions have loaded up this past week, and going into Tuesday, things are definitely looking good. When we take a look at the short interest, wow, over 90%, like right around 92%, that is crazy. crazy. We're looking forward to seeing a big movement to actually follow with that. Taking a look at the short borrow free rate, it is well over 200%. So if you're going to be putting in a short position on MRIN, you're going to be paying some super high borrow fees. So taking everything into consideration, yes, this stock can continue to squeeze going into next week. I told you guys what my strategy would be when I was covering it in the technical analysis. I feel this is a great strategy to have because it does minimize your downward risk. So for anyone who is in this play, when it comes to your portfolio, I'm seeing this all over in comment sections on boards and so forth saying, hey, I put up half my account. I got my whole portfolio in here. I'm telling you right now, this is a bad idea. This is a bad habit to have. I know what you're saying, but Dre, I've made so much money. It's ran up literally from the dollar range all the way up to where it's at. Hey, that is good. That is amazing. But if you feel like you could take this particular habit, making these risky plays, and duplicate it over and over again and grow your account very quickly, then I'm telling you right now, you're making a very sad mistake. These plays do not come often. And as far as this short squeeze is concerned, I want to make sure, yes, it is good to make money. It is good to make profits, but make sure you know the risks that are involved. But for the most part, yes, I am going to be thinking about getting into this play. I'm not going to be going in with any sizable position. But one thing I can tell you, there's definitely more room for upside for this stock due to the fact of all of the factors that we just discussed. And I'm looking forward to seeing it test going back into that $25 range going into the week. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll be talking real soon.